Yeah, I don't fuck with these dorks. I fuck with my main man, Blueberry.
Ooh, I almost Googled kiss dog dick, and I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh, God, Mom, no one gives a shit. I have to shit.
Imagine you get anything in the mail and it's packed with severed dicks.
This is the episode where it gets bad.
I mean, I think we've been on that trajectory. It's still so weird, and I kind of forget that this is how it happens until we're doing it, and then I'm like, ugh. This sucks.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because, yeah, I'm like, yay, I'm talking to my buddy again. But then I'm like, he's not here, and this is weird, and I'm in my room, and this sucks.
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't be allowed to just be in our respective rooms. We should be in each other's rooms, touching each other's stuff.
We should be touching each other's stuff and licking it.
Oh, I would die if you were alone in my office.
Pouring magic shell all over everything in your office.
Yeah, folks, that's alluding to the thing we literally just finished recording. And you can go over to www.patreon.com/dapperdads to get that. 5 smackers a month. You got time on your hands?
5 smuckers, you say?
Yes, 5 of your finest jars of Smuckers.
Fine, 5 of the finest little packets of Smuckers you can steal from the diner.
Yeah, the closed down diner. Go in there like a post-apocalyptic
the ghost
world.
of the closed down diner, and they're like, we haven't made a breakfast burger in 17 years.
Breakfast burger.
Count Chocula's behind the counter for some reason. Every cartoon vampire is behind the counter.
Is that what you think ghosts are?
You know what? In this one, yes.
The 3 Halloween cereal mascots are your ghosts?
No, I'm picturing I'm picturing cartoon Blackula,
okay.
Count Chocula, and the Count from Sesame Street.
Okay, so vampires. Children's vampires.
But they're ghosts.
Okay. This is interesting.
And I'm so fucking confused.
And they're all together?
Yeah, but the 3 of okay, so it's like here's the setup. Like a movie, I open the door and I go inside and I got the flashlight and I'm like looking around the diner and it's you and me and the dad. And we're like, what the fuck are we doing here? We're going to drink beer in here. I don't know.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
We're probably drunk already and we broke it in to drink some beer we just bought at the gas station. Because let's just say we're probably in undisclosed city and we are probably way too riled up and drunk. And we needed something to do, so we found this spooky old diner that like is surrounded by like lots of other normal open businesses, but this one is like dark and cobwebs and like real like it's been sitting for a while, you know. And so we go inside, and it's run by 3 cartoon children's vampires that we think are good. They're pretending to be ghosts, but then we find out they're vampires.
Okay, and then we party with them, or they kill us.
Both. They kill us, and then we party with the undead at our very first undead Dapper Dad's party.
I like
Dapper Dad's party.
Okay.
First one ever. This is the one we DJ at.
To just the vampires.
Yeah, to just the at first.
Yeah, and then
word gets out because the vampires are really impressed with your mashups, and they start bringing more of their spooky friends. Like the creature from the Black Lagoon shows up eventually. Blueberry's there.
Well, I have
the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond as young Frankenstein is there.
Oh, nice. I have issues with Blueberry, so I don't want that to be a problem.
Yeah, racist issues.
I mean, what race is he? Or is he racist?
It's a little bit of both. You don't like the race that he is,
okay,
but you're not exactly sure what race he is,
okay.
And then you also don't like the racist things that he said.
So I don't like a pink monster.
Is he a monster? I thought he was a ghost.
I thought he was a monster. I mean, Blueberry.
Blueberry?
I already knew that was going to be your first point, but he doesn't look like a fucking ghost. Maybe that's my beef.
Your beef is that like if he's going to claim to be a ghost, he should look like a ghost. You think he's a monster, but you're not saying like he's a monster. You're saying that like that's his ethnicity and he should like be proud of it.
Yeah, it's getting complicated. I also just Googled Blueberry and he definitely looks like a ghost. He's also not pink. So who the fuck am I? Oh, I'm thinking Frankenberry.
Frankenberry.
I'm retarded. Yeah, Frankenberry.
You're mixing up your berry monsters.
Yeah, now Frankenberry just looks. I just have I have an
Fucked
issue
up.
with the way he looks. I guess
Yeah,
I'm racist against
is it
Frankenberry.
Frankenberry you don't like or Booberry?
It's Frankenberry. I have no issues with Blueberry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Booberry's just got he looks high and he's got the nice little hat.
Right. Well, I've never met him, so I don't want to say anything. He seems like a fine
Right.
ghost, but maybe in person.
So, but
he's
you
not.
don't. So you're racist against Frankensteins?
Yeah, I guess
Can we
so.
say that?
I don't believe in a pink monster, and also I don't think he looks Franken enough. I guess you could say.
Yeah. Also, what people are pink to where the people he's made up of would be pink?
Yeah, I think that's my big problem, and probably what I would yell in his face if I had to. But yeah,
Like repeatedly before you rip his ear off.
yeah, I would probably just say it like around him a lot to where he could hear it. Like when you're trying to start shit with someone, but you're like not just gonna get up in their face.
Right. But like you definitely are gonna have like a really aggressive vibe about it. Like just the way you react to them is gonna be really short and snappy to the point where they're like, "Do we have a problem?" And then you're like, "I don't know. Do we make it their fault?"
Oh yeah, that's 100%. Like as soon as he walks in the party, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't know we were inviting pink monsters."
Like just so direct about it. Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah, that's
we
what I
were
mean. It's gonna,
partying with pink Frankenstein monsters tonight, like a bunch of jackasses.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty like straightforward. Like there's no way he's gonna be like, I don't know if he's talking about. Like his friends are gonna be like, I think that guy's talking about you, and he's gonna be like, oh, I don't know. Like I'm gonna let him know, like.
Yeah, oh no, you could be talking about another pink Frankenstein monster. Let's just let him do his thing. I don't think he's looking at us guys. He's like you're like a foot away from him, like so drunk almost in his face.
Yeah. I also
Like, hey you.
I'm also finding other monster cereals.
Go like Creature from the Black Lagoon cereal.
No, it seems to be also General Mills cereal with marshmallows in the vein of Frankenberry, Blueberry, Count Chocula, but it's fruity, yummy mummy, and Fruit Brute.
The Fruit Brute?
Yeah, but it's FRUTE BRUTE.
I'm gonna look this up myself. FRUTE.
Yeah, now I'm seeing them all. There's a picture of them all in the lineup. Like the cereals, not like they all committed crimes.
Okay, so the Fruit Brute is like a werewolf.
Right.
And then the Yummy Mummy
is a mummy. Yes.
I thought he was a chupacabra.
I mean, it's hard to tell. These are outdated cereals.
The one I'm looking at has like old ones and modern ones.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Because I'm reading an article that says that General Mills resurrected these two fucking freaks, but I'm trying to see when it was.
That's what it says in the article.
Yeah, that's the headline. General Mills resurrected
these two fucking freaks.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It says they were discontinued in 1984 and 1993, respectively. So I don't know who made it longer.
I would say they're both fruit flavor frosted cereal with marshmallow bits. The Yummy Mummy is advertised as specifically with vanilla flavored marshmallows.
Huh. I'm interested in that.
You think I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Fruit Brute is like a tutti frutti cereal because like I'm looking at it and it's like pink and orange and the marshmallows are green, you know?
Yeah.
And he's wearing like these overalls that are pink and orange and green, so I feel like he's got like a tutti frutti thing going on.
Yeah, but this is who I see Frankenberry hanging out with. Because he's never made sense to me. Like, Count Chocula and Blueberry are probably, like, super close friends. But Frankenberry
they're elite monsters.
Yeah, and Frankenberry always felt, like, outside of that. And now it's clear that he's probably good friends with the Fruit Brute and the Fruity Yummy Mummy. And,
so he's got a fruity trio that he's a part of.
Yeah, and it's a circle of dorks that I don't fuck with.
Yeah, I don't fuck with these dorks. I fuck with my main man, Blueberry.
Yeah, I'm more of a Count Chocula guy, but I respect Blueberry now that we've figured out our issues, and I fucking
More of a Bickenback B and Boo kind of guy.
right. Well, I'm glad we figured out that monster cereal conundrum. Hey guys, it's the Dapper Dads. It's episode 142, we think, but that might be wrong.
Maybe.
I honestly have no idea anymore. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. At this point, it just is what it is.
No one even listens, so it's not a big deal. Everyone's just in their house.
No. We're coming at you live from the underground. All this entertainment we can be. You people are doing nothing. I don't understand.
Yeah, that was great because your phone cut out on like 3 different times, so I don't know where we're coming from, but I'm with you, bud.
I'm in the woods. I am in the woods. I am trying to record a podcast.
Oh, it did a creepy thing where it sounded like you were talking over yourself, and then I thought there was like a third person, and it was going to be something like very shocking.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, I've hidden the bodies, and then it would cut out again, and this would become a whole thing.
But, man, wouldn't that be? And that's how because then we get on the creepy podcast for being a creepy podcast.
Right. We definitely would be on the news for a good reason for once.
Do you think we could be interviewed by Andrew Charles Gannon?
Oh, I would hope so. I think we're gonna skyrocket right past him, and I think we're gonna get interviewed by Geraldo Rivera, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of him because I hate him too.
Well, who was the other guy? Gene Shalit. We thought it was Gene Shalit.
Oh yeah, I don't know what we thought he was. We confused him with someone else.
Gene Shalit with Gene. Not Gene Simmons.
No, never Gene Simmons. I also hate him. Whoa, I got a lot of beef.
You got a lot of beef with Genes.
I think it's Eugene Levy. I think we were trying to get to Eugene Levy, and we thought it was Gene Shalit.
Which one's Eugene Levy again?
The big eyebrows from like American Pie.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure we talked about Greg the Bunny, which was the TV show. This is just a recap of another episode, and we don't even know which one it was.
I can't wait until we're doing recap episodes.
And we don't even know what episode it is. We just know that it definitely did happen on an episode.
We know that we talked about this before, but if asked to point it out, like legally, we'd go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, asked to point out anything legally, I'm going to go to jail.
Anything ethically, I'm technically not allowed to do.
Yeah. Go over to www.thedapperdads.com where all the stuff is in one spot. You know how it works. What the hell else happens? dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com for your emails. We have one.
We got another email?
Yeah, we got an email. We'll be getting to it.
Hot damn.
Call or text 4027-DAPPER. That's 4027327737. We know you have fucking time on your hands, so stop being a little bitch. We haven't had a voicemail in like years, I think.
Months.
Yeah, months turn into years.
Years
turn
feels
into
more
decades.
appropriate.
Yeah, time's an enigma anymore. It doesn't matter. No one knows what day it is.
No one knows what year it is.
No, it's the bad one. Go to
March took 17 years and April's gone by in a day.
Yeah, that's the damn truth. The damn truth. Go to Twitter @DapperDads. Follow us. Tweet at us. Shit happens.
That's where we're posting the damn truth.
That's where we're posting damn truth because we can post whatever we want there. We're very close to turning into a sex-only Twitter where we just retweet.
We are so close
GIFs.
to posting our ball sacks.
Yeah, gifs of our ball sacks.
Doing weird things.
Go over to
dipping them in things to see if we can taste anything.
Yeah, or because maybe we find out that we don't have taste, and that's it's a big problem nowadays.
But there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, dip your nuts in shit, and then see if you can taste stuff. If you can't, you probably have coronavirus, and you will die.
That's bold, but we can say that.
Yeah, we can say that we are medical professionals of sorts.
Question mark?
Question mark.
I'm a doctor of love.
They call me Dr. Love, but I hate Gene Simmons. And one time in a city I don't recall as a child, we went to a music store and my dad found a Kiss t-shirt for Dr. Love that was just a dog with a dog boner. And I seen it too, and I didn't know what was happening, and I had a lot of weird feelings about it, and I still do today.
I had a lot of weird feelings about it, and I still do to this day.
Yeah, imagine wearing a Kiss t-shirt that just has a dog with an erect penis on it. No one should ever have to see
Can you
that.
imagine wearing it to school and slowly taking it off in front of the principal?
Oh, yeah. I had to take a lot of shirts off in school. Not in like a creepy way.
Not in like a creepy way, just in a I was for sure molested by a teacher way, and not a hot teacher like the kids these days.
Yeah, these kids don't know how good they've got it.
These kids don't understand what they're going through. They've got it all figured out.
I wonder if I could find that Kiss dog dick shirt now, because I would for sure wear it
and wear it somewhere.
I would for sure.
That's the first shirt you wear out.
Oh, I almost Googled Kiss dog dick, and I don't know if I want to do that.
No, don't do that.
All right, I'll save
Make sure you type t-shirt after that.
I still don't know if it'll work good. I guess let's see. We have nothing else going on. Kiss dog dick shirt. Because this seemed like, you know how, okay. You know,
I don't like that.
Have you ever went places where they like make bootleg, like band shirts?
Yeah.
And sometimes there's just like, oh, you for sure like came up with a whole concept. You know what I mean? Like this is like not even just a bootleg Kiss shirt, and not even like a more like random bootleg Kiss shirt. This is like you were
like, this is something that you like gave hours of your life to.
And you just drew a dog dick and were like, yep, Dr. Love, that's what this song means to me. And then you put it on a shirt and just sold it in your store. And it's weird.
It's the only place you can find it.
Yeah. And it's, like I said, it's one of those memories. Oh, wait, I'm seeing something. Oh, there's a Calling Dr. Love shirt where it's like it looks like the Monopoly Man is
kissing a dog dick.
He's behind the dog, but it looks like you could possibly misinterpret it as him fucking the dog.
Okay.
They both look excited. I wonder if I'm remembering this shirt wrong, or maybe it was a different song. Because I remember it was a white shirt. It was a little cartoon dog with an erect penis and a big, tongue hanging out, big eyes, horny little fucker. And it said Kiss on it, and I know it was the name of a song. I'm pretty sure it was one of those things where I showed it to my dad as like a kid being like, look, they have a Kiss shirt. You like Kiss. And then he's just like, oh my God, what have you done?
What the fuck is my son touching?
Yeah. I actually made it. I drew it and forgot. I'm repressing a memory.
I made this for you, Dad.
If I can't find this
shirt... Because I saw you sucking that dog dick and listening to Kiss the other
Jesus Christ. I think if I saw my dad sucking a dog dick, I wouldn't be as stable as I am. Oh, no. I mean, it would make sense. At least he's not listening to a bad Kiss song.
Sucking a dog dick and listening to I Was Made for Loving You, Baby.
That's one of the better Kiss songs. I'm talking about sucking a dog dick and listening to Elders, Scrolls from the Elder. What was that album called? It just had the hand knocking the knocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can't find this shirt, then I'll just make it myself. And
but it has to be the first shirt you wear out when we step out for the first time without our haircuts.
My hair, I have big hair updates, but
you look, I don't know what you've been doing.
But I think the first day out you can wear whatever shirt you want. People aren't going to be too worried about it, even if it does have a dog dick on it.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing out my Who the Fuck Are the Dapper Dad shirts.
Yeah, well, people honestly won't remember by the time we're allowed to be free.
Yeah, full swear words that they won't remember how to say.
Yeah, I cut my hair. If you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen it. And it was a comical fashion. I made a little joke. And then now I've shaved my head because of that, I went too low for the joke, and then I had to even the whole thing. So now I just have a buzzed head, pretty short, like shorter than I've had in many, many, many years. And I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, you probably look like a skinhead right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's there. I definitely look angrier. I look like a mugshot for sure.
Having a head shave makes you look angrier.
Oh yeah, like people think I'm like angry, or
Unless you're smiling all the time like Mr. Clean.
then I think you look super fucking crazy.
Yeah, then you look insane wearing a white t-shirt and flexing at everybody all the time.
Yeah, like people have told me that I look mean, and I think people think I'm unapproachable and look angry. But you should see this shit, and then I got the facial hair happening, if you can call it that.
Oh God, you have to look like a fucking vagrant right now.
I look menacing. I'm not like super pumped about it. Not a fan of mirrors right now. I had to trim my chin hair today because it just got intolerable.
Got to the point where it's just unmanageable. Was it just wild?
Yeah, it was like at least half an inch long, just on the chin.
Ew.
Like, and
Ew.
spaced out, like not full really, but too full to like ignore. It was mainly like when I wear a hoodie and I put my hood up, the hair all gets caught on like the bottom part of the neck of the hood. You know what I mean? And then like it got caught on my shirt while I was playing drums one day. It fucking tickles me in my face. It's all bad. It's not good. I'm not having a fun time.
My poor buddy's not having a good time locked in the house shaving his head into weird patterns.
Yeah, so I had to trim the chin hair. Otherwise, I haven't touched anything else, and it's pretty unpleasant and gross. I thought about I feel like I'm on the cusp of shaving because it's just.
I feel like you should, just for yourself, for your own sanity.
But then I feel like I've given up, and I feel like I'd like to see it out. Although I definitely hit a wall. Like this is like what it's gonna do. You know what I mean? It's not coming up in new places really. It's just
right. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything else.
No, it's just getting longer where it exists, and it's not.
Which is never a good look.
No, it's not what people would like or want to see, or I don't know. It's pretty fucking crazy. And it's pretty disappointing because I'd like to, now that I've seen it, I feel like I can envision a scenario where I look good with some sort of facial hair, but I don't know when it will ever happen to the extent where it would be considered.
Maybe another 10 years we can try.
Yeah, I'd assume before I'm on my deathbed, I might be able to have a little something, but I just can't die right now.
A Van Dyke or something.
I don't know. I mean, I have what I would consider a mustache right now. It's just not your fullest mustache. I've seen children with more of a mustache.
I'm sure it's no Tom Selleck.
Oh no. That's what I mean. I can never imagine achieving that now. After this,
full bushy mustache.
Right. It's been 1 full month. I don't know if I will ever be able to do that, but I would say, at least for my sake, I have a mustache right now. It's just it's not very impressive. And I have a neck beard, and I hate that the most.
I was say, isn't that itchy and sweaty? I feel like mine gets like itchy and sweaty after a couple days.
It got so fucking itchy that it was almost like a new level. You know how sometimes you're like, oh, I know what a thing is, like itchiness. Like I'm familiar with how things get itchy. And then you have something really itchy and you're like, oh, this is like another degree of itchiness I didn't know even existed.
This is a type of itch I didn't know that I would have to deal with.
Right. So it got to that. Now it's kind of like that's done, I think, because it's all like grown in, like I said, where it's going to grow in. So it doesn't really itch anymore. It just it gets caught on stuff and just is generally unpleasant, but it's not itchy. So that's nice. I was apparently like scratching it in my sleep and stuff. It was so fucking bad.
Just shave, for the love of God.
No, I like to put myself through weird tests that only matter to me.
I was going to say, who's grading you on this?
Myself. This is what I do. I have to. I think I have to.
What do you win?
This. I don't know. A sense of pride, I think, honestly. Because every time I do one of these stupid things, by the end, I'm like, you fucking did it. Even though there's no, like, actual benefit or payoff.
There's no... In fact, you've done more harm to the relationships in your life than good.
Yeah, and I think there will be a payoff when I do shave. You know what I mean? I think it will be shocking now to see like my normal face again. because it's gone so long like this, and it's so like I don't know. I don't think there's even a way to make what I currently have look good or presentable.
Hmm.
And the hair, I'm hoping to go mullet, but I had to go all the way down. I went to a 1 buzzard.
I would say there was no saving after what you did.
No, I thought I could like even it out. Well, I did it initially as a joke and I didn't take the picture, but I only went down to like a 2 on the top. And then I was like, you can tell for sure, but you can't. I guess the easiest way to explain this is say that I shaved my head into male pattern baldness. Um, and I'd done it with a 2 and there wasn't like a ton of a difference. Like I said, you could definitely see. So then I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'll do it down to a 1. And I did it down to a 1. And then I kept that. I feel like people are going to assume that that was just for that video and picture. But I kept that for like 2 or 3 full days. And then I kept forgetting that my hair was like that and then seeing myself in mirrors and being surprised, which is fun. And then I was like, yeah, I got to cut this. So and then, yeah, I ended up, since I went down to 1 on the very top, I kind of didn't have a lot to work with. So I had to go 1 all over.
I don't want to do anything drastic, but I've been considering trying to cut my own hair. At least getting the buzzers like around the back and the sides and leaving the top long, you know? But
Right.
then fuck, I'm so afraid of making it uneven.
It's like super easy to do like basic stuff. I feel like I used to just cut my hair. I always just can't do the lineup, and you know I love a crispy lineup. Um,
Well, yeah, who doesn't?
and the hair, the amount of hair that's still like just everywhere from just buzzing my hair because I did it on several different occasions is fucking insanity. Like the cleanup, I get splinters of my own hair.
Oh, yeah, the hair splinters, those are
Yeah.
the fucking worst.
All right, I was hoping you weren't going to be like, "What the fuck?" Because that feels like a crazy sentence to say. But
No, I have friends who cut hair, and they say like you get them all the time as like a hairdresser, and it's a fucking nightmare.
yeah, it's fucking horrible. It's almost worse than an average splinter somehow. And yeah,
I was about to say that. I was like, yeah, I would go out on a limb and say I would rather get like 10 regular splinters over a fucking hair splinter.
and it's fucking ridiculous because it's your own hair. Like now, my body's attacking my body more than I normally do on purpose.
A part of my body that shouldn't be in this part of my body is attacking it. Why can't it just get along? It's made out of the same shit.
Why can't it just push it out? It's fucking hair.
Why does my body have to hate me? Is it because I fed it Mountain Dew for all those years?
Yeah, so my goal is to transition into a mullet, but I'm like way behind now, obviously. And I don't know when this is all going to be said and done. I feel like I can come out of this with a mullet and be fine with it, but I can't come out of this like just starting a mullet. You know what I mean? Like maybe an inch of hair, like that real short little transition period that we always talk about hating. So I'm going to go for it, but if this ends sooner than I imagine, then I might have to scrap it or just be like fucking absolutely horrifying to see in person.
Just be horrifying to see in person. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, because I would like to get like a nice little mullet. I don't want to go over the top, but I mean, if I have nothing else going on, I don't give a shit. It also eliminates my need for a crispy lineup and the part of my hair I can't cut because it's just all in the back. And then I'm going to keep the facial hair and possibly, ruin friendships and relationships when I'm allowed to see people.
I was going to say, you are just trying to ruin everything when you get out, aren't you?
I want to be the epitome of white trash, and I feel like I can do it. And if the mullet,
it's so doable.
If the mullet can get good and the facial hair stays as disgusting, I might even like blast the sleeves off of a shirt and really just like double down, boots with jean shorts, and just fucking come in.
What about a jean jacket with the sleeves cut though?
I don't know, it might be too hot out. And I don't know if that's really white trash. I honestly don't know who wears a jean vest.
Who does wear jean vests outside of like 80s thrash metal guys?
Yeah, I feel like it's like punk and metal dudes. Like honestly, otherwise, and maybe girls now. I feel like sometimes you see it with like a hoodie.
It's gotta be like a summer fashion kind of thing.
Yeah, but like
a cute girl with a little denim vest on.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like when I think of white trash, I think of boots with socks still coming out of the top, like white socks still like
White
bundled at the
socks.
top. And then, yeah, short cut off jean shorts. And then, like, the rattiest old shirt that you can't even imagine how it's still a shirt. It's usually from, like, something you wouldn't be proud of advertising either, like a free giveaway shirt from the radio station. And then, yeah, the
Yeah,
sleeves
like
are
something you
blasted
got for
off.
free at the Speedway.
Yeah, like exactly. And you blasted the sleeves off and there's stains on it. And just those holes that, like, clearly no rip or incident had happened. They've just started to appear. And you know what I mean? Like, it looks like it's melting away.
Right, like the shirt itself is starting to deteriorate from your fucking body heat.
Right. And it's like the softest shirt that you'll ever experience in your entire life because of the fact that it's been so well worn over the years.
Oh yeah, that's why you never get rid of it. It's a veteran shirt.
Right. Yeah, I had a lot of these when I was
Like veteran
younger.
underwear. You never get rid of veteran underwear.
I mean, I do because I feel like they don't have the same staying power as some shirts do, but to each their own.
Until there is a hole so big that you can't tell if it's a leg hole or a crotch hole that's been ripped in the boxers, and there is now 3 leg-sized holes and an elastic waistband that will no longer hold, you don't throw out the underwear.
So then your cock and balls are just hanging out of another hole?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Because you got a big dick and balls, buddy. You're a man.
Well, damn, I must have this little tiny dick and balls because it never falls out of any holes in mine.
Well, damn, my fucking back hurts from carrying this big, hefty dick around all the time.
Hey, speaking of that, I had something I wanted to ask you. Now, there's been some things have come to light on the internet, and the fans need to know: is the giant baby that we're seeing on Twitter just footage of you as a child?
That is not me. I can 100% guarantee you that fucking freak is not me.
Okay, so you were never that big, like as
no, I was.
Okay.
I was like large. Like when I was like 6 or 7, I was as big as the 11-year-old next door. But I wasn't like a baby that you looked at and you thought, what the fuck is it? Did you see where it's lifting up the fucking car?
Yeah, but
where it's like lifting up the toy Jeep.
Yeah, I don't think that's that crazy. When I saw that baby, I was like, that's a big baby. And then my first thought was, I wonder if that's what Slim looked like as a baby.
I was a very tiny baby. I was born premature. I was 5 pounds when they brought me home.
Jesus, I was 11 pounds.
Yeah, you were almost double what I weighed.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't think this baby's so big, because I was a big baby.
You weren't that big. That is
no,
a big.
I mean,
my cousin was 14 pounds when he was born, and he was not as big as that baby is. Did you see when the baby's jumping on that guy's back, all the baby powder coming out of the back of the diaper?
Yeah, it was concerning. Did you see the giant baby slipping and sliding around in the mud?
Did you see the giant baby overtaking Japan?
Did you see the giant baby overdosing?
Did you see the giant baby recreating Chris Farley's death?
You know how much heroin it would take to kill that baby?
Oh my God, at least enough to take down a bull elephant.
Yeah, but the one where it's sliding around in the mud made me feel uncomfortable to watch.
Everything about that baby makes me feel. It looks like a grown man. Like it has a man's face. Like I know that's fucked up to say because it's a little human, but like it has a man's face.
It does. It's weird. It reminds me of the episode of The Simpsons where the old man is dressed up as Lisa to fool Bart. The whole family's dressed up, but then Lisa takes her head off, and it's that old man smoking a cigar. That's who I think this little baby is.
I think that big baby might be the little man.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough-ass fucking baby. But yeah, when it was sliding around in the mud, I was like, I don't feel right watching this by myself.
Yeah, that was unnatural. A baby should not be able to move like that.
Yeah, well then, like, the dad, I'm guessing, who doesn't look like a big, beefy man at all,
which is crazy.
Like, drags him around.
The mom's just a big, hefty porker?
I don't know. It's got to be some freak anomaly. But, well, it reminds me, do you remember... Did you watch Maury as a kid and they had those big ass babies sometimes?
Yeah, like the
Those
big fat babies that are on
those
there.
things were fucking huge. Like, I remember watching that
Yeah,
as a
we're like the
kid.
kids eating like a whole rotisserie chicken at 3 years old.
Yeah, and then they'll be 3 and they're like fucking 4'5". And you're like, there's
Mm-hmm.
clearly something to giving kids like a lot of nutrients. Like, it clearly does make them grow in every way because these kids are like gigantic.
Huge.
And that's what this giant baby makes me think of. But then, yeah, he's got this wimpy little dad. But then the dad was dragging him around in the mud. And I was like, this feels inappropriate to watch.
The baby's half the size of the dad.
I know. I don't even think it could be the dad. Could you imagine just having like, yeah, you being like a normal, like, say 6-foot man,
Okay,
and
but
then you have a
what
fucking
couple is gonna look at that baby and adopt it though? Come on.
no. I mean, well,
You don't adopt that baby.
but some people adopt like the like fucked up dogs. I'm not trying to equate this giant baby to a fucked up dog, but
Oh no, I'll equate the giant baby to a fucked up dog because it's fucked up. That baby shouldn't be that big. He's a monster.
I love the giant baby. My main problem,
I hate the giant baby.
yeah, see, that's what's so crazy is the initial video that I seen posted where he's like jumping on the man's back. In the comments, people are like, "Someone needs to kill this fucking baby,"
Which is insane what quarantine is doing to people.
well, then someone tweeted like, "Imagine telling your kid one day, like, yeah, I posted a video of you on the internet," and people were like, "It must die. We must skin the baby.
It must fucking die.
The baby needs to die. If that baby dies, the quarantine will be lifted."
It's possible. We won't know until we kill Big Baby.
I don't know. I appreciate Giant Baby. I like him. I'm fine with him. I don't wish death upon him.
What do you like about Giant Baby?
It's just fun to look at. It's fucking crazy. I like anomalies. You know, I love an underdog story. And that kid will never be able
You
to
don't
crawl
like
under
me,
a dog.
but you like Giant Baby.
Yeah, that's why I asked if that was you. If I had learned that you looked like that as a baby, I would respect you more. And yeah,
What if you learned that I fathered the Giant Baby?
I would respect you even more than if you had been the giant baby. Yeah, I think
Well, then I have some news for you.
I think it takes a strong man to make that baby. That's why I don't.
It takes a man with a much bigger dick than mine to make that baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't even know. Yeah, I need to learn more information. I'm upset that we have so many videos, but like, where's the actual details of this baby?
There's plenty. It'd be like having tons of video of Bigfoot, but no information about Bigfoot.
Right. I think I'm going to have to go in a deep dive these next couple days and try to figure out the origin story of the giant baby and exactly
Get to the bottom
exactly
of
what
Big
his
Baby.
intentions are.
Yeah, figure out what his platform is. Figure out what he stands for.
I mean, he stands taller than most
Who
candidates.
does Big Baby represent?
I don't know. Not me. I know that much. I don't look at giant baby.
Certainly
and see
not
myself.
me. He doesn't have my best interest at heart. I'll tell you that much.
No, but I don't wish death upon the giant baby. I just need to know more about the giant baby.
I don't like this. Stay away from the Giant Baby.
If anyone has any details about the giant baby, please get at us. If you have, I'd love it.
Do not curse us with details of the Giant Baby.
No, give us insider details so we can crack this thing open, and then people will listen.
Give drama the details. Keep me away from this mess. This is how bad things happen.
Yes, contact me directly and tell me the details of the giant baby. Also, contact me directly if you have watched the TV show Fargo, because I've just started watching it and I'm enjoying it very much, and I need to talk to someone about it. Thank you. That was my announcement. It's a very
I
good...
told you can't use the show as a platform to talk to other nerds.
I'm very lonely. I just started watching Fargo, and I need someone to talk
And
to.
I told you I don't care.
Well, maybe you should watch Fargo.
I said I told you, if you're lonely, you can call me Al.
That only takes up so many hours in my day, repeatedly listening to You Can Call Me Al at different levels of volume. I've got the song down now.
And calling me Al and then hanging up.
Yeah, and then blocking your fucking number.
Oh, because like it won't stop calling you at 3 a.m. going dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
dun, dun,
I think
dun,
I can
dun.
go back to bed after such a jaunty dance line.
Do-do-do-do-do. That poppin' bass line.
Oh my God. The fact that in the first chorus, he just so leisurely says, and you can call me Al, like it doesn't even matter. Like at the next chorus, we're not going to go, you can call me Al, and like really get into it. It's beautiful. Work of
Mm-hmm.
art. Everyone listen to You Can Call Me
One of
Al,
the best songs ever written.
and then contact us about it. That's all we've got going for
Yeah,
us.
and then call us Al.
Do you remember, like the first time you started
No.
swearing? Okay, perfect.
I remember my very first. Have I ever told the story of my first swear word on the show?
I don't know, because I've been meaning to ask this question because I like did that like Raspberry Pi thing where you can make like put all the old video games on it. And so
Yeah.
I did that, playing a bunch of old video games, one of them being Lion King for Sega, which I
Mhm.
want to go on record saying might be the most difficult video game of all time. And while I was playing
A
it,
lot of people say that.
as an adult in the same exact fucking spot that I would have trouble as a kid, which is the first level, mind you. I was like swearing out loud, and then I just had the most vivid flashback of playing it as a very young kid and swearing while playing it. And I'm pretty sure that was I remember swearing out loud and then thinking, like, oh man, I just did a thing.
Yeah, I remember my first swear word was "God damn it," and it was right in front of my mother
Perfect.
because my sister was like she was like smashing a toy on the table or something because she wanted something and my mom was busy doing dishes and I went, "God damn it, that hurts my ears."
And your
Because
mom.
my dad would say that all the time. He'd just go, "God damn it, God damn it." My mom spun around and just whoop, acted like a gunshot just went off in the house.
How old were you?
6. I was 6 years old, and I had to go upstairs and wait in my room and hide and wait for my dad to come home. And then I had to do that thing where like you're waiting at the top of the stairs and you can hear your mom explaining it to your dad, and you're like, "No, she's gonna explain it wrong and make it sound worse than what it is."
Yeah, I still have
And
that.
then I had to go to I remember I had to go to t-ball practice, and I'm like terrified. I'm like, "Oh God, he's gonna beat the shit out of me on the way to t-ball practice, or he's gonna drive right past the t-ball game and beat the shit out of me in a field somewhere, or he's gonna wait till after the t-ball game so I can be anxious the whole game and then beat the shit out of me." And then he was basically like, "Hey, I heard you said a bad word today," and I was like, "No," and he goes, "Well, if you did, don't do it again." He
Ah,
goes, "Because you definitely heard it from me." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe, yeah."
classic dad.
So like he couldn't, so like yeah, he couldn't get mad because he knew I got it from him. So like he couldn't punish me for it because then he can't punish himself or he can't do it without looking like a jackass. So that was like
Right.
one of the few things I actually got away with was my first swear word.
I feel like I don't remember my first swear word that I got caught for. I just remember the act of swearing and finding out it was like really fun and
Mm-hmm.
cool and then never stopping. But I do remember one time my both of my parents were in my room and I think they were like putting something together like a shelf or something, and I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember exactly what it was, but something was going wrong. And so my dad was like, Jesus. And then I had recently found out that Jesus's full name was Jesus Christ. So my dad goes,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. And I go, Christ. And then my parents were so weirded out and then like angry. And they were like, you can't say that. And I was like, oh, I just found out like that's his name. And they were like, yeah, but like you shouldn't say it like that. And I was like, well, why do you? And they were like, you just can't say it. And I was like, huh. And I remember feeling so bad and like ashamed that I said Christ. And that's why I never
Hmm.
say it as an adult.
Interesting. That's also why you don't go to church.
I think there's several reasons. I actually was thinking, oh, I
There's
thought,
several correlations there.
yeah, that definitely didn't help me like find God when being like shunned for saying Christ because I found out a new piece of information. Um, There was something the other day that I remembered that I was like, oh, that's probably why I don't really like religion and God and stuff. I don't remember what it was. Actually, now the more I think of it, it might have been really ridiculous. Like, I don't believe in God because of this shit. And it was because I, like, stubbed my toe or something.
Something really fucking awful.
Just something really mundane. Like, yeah, why would this happen?
Because your neighbor won't stop shooting for the dead homies.
Oh, God. No, there was God. I think it was.
No, God.
I think it was literally just like an hour or two ago. I thought of something and I was like, that must be why I don't like God. And it was something, yeah, very. I feel like it would have been funny if I could remember it, but I don't know what it was.
Huh. I remember the first swear word I was like allowed to say around the house was crap. I can't remember how old I was, but I was allowed to say crap and not get in trouble.
Yeah.
So I oversaid it like a monster.
Yeah, I think I could say, yeah, crap and whatnot. Or like shut up. I was around, someone's kid said shut up and they're like, you can't say that to their kid. And I was like, what? Can't say shut up or like crap or I don't know. I said a lot. Yeah, I said basically anything
these days.
Yeah, nowadays. I said basically anything besides like the like legitimate swear words. You know what I mean? Anything else I could get away with.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't say
I remember No, go ahead.
I just couldn't say the big ones.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I remember my sister calling me a pussy when we were like 5 and 4, I think.
Jesus Christ, you must have been a huge pussy.
Well, because I can't even remember what it was, but she went Slim's a pussy. And
wow, way back then.
Yeah, even back then she was like, Slim's a pussy. And I was like, Slim, you say?
That's where I was born.
And then I was born. But no, she was like, Slim's a pussy. And my mom like freaked out and she's like, that's such a bad word. You don't say that. And my sister started crying because she like didn't know that it was a bad word. Yeah. And she thought she was calling me a pussy cat. Like I was a scaredy cat.
Oh.
But she just said pussy.
Perfect. I think that's what it's.
Yeah. Now I think back, I'm like, yeah, smart kids.
Yeah. I feel like I was like the king of saying things before I realized that they were like bad. I'm sure there was a lot of those. I think I said shit once, but I was like, oh, I just didn't really know. And then I learned to only say them at school to be cool.
Oh, I didn't know what shit meant. I just had to take a shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was like very like, oh, hurry up or I'm going to shit my pants, Mom. They're like, do you know what that means? And
oh, God, like, Mom, no one gives a shit. I have to shit.
Yeah. He used it both ways. Oh, I'm sorry. I clearly didn't know what it was. Cut me a fucking break.
Sorry,
I didn't know what
shit
meant.
Is.
Yeah, I don't. But yeah, the more...
Oh, shit, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know a bunch of people, too, who have badass kids that swear like fucking crazy. And then it's always funny because they're like, yeah, where'd they get it from, huh? And it's like, yeah, which one of you is letting them slide around the child?
Yeah, which one of you's around the house like, these fucking
pieces of goddamn shit.
These little fucking cock-sucking pieces of fucking goddamn shit. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I go extra around my kids to let them know.
This guy gets extra raunchy at home. Really just lets it all loose.
Yeah, man, fucking home.
Some guys really just leave their work. Yeah, some guys really just leave their work problems at work. But old Tom over there, he really just brings it home to the kids.
Yeah, I'm terrible now when I'm around kids because I forget that you're not supposed to say these things. And I'll be like, who fucking cares? And I'll be like, whoops, I mean nothing. And then you call way more attention to it.
Yeah, and then the kids are like, fucking what?
I was playing my fucking music. Now I just feel like swearing. I was playing my fucking music around some kids.
Yeah, swearing sounds fun.
Yeah, I fucking love swearing. But I
just fucking love swearing and shit.
I was playing my music around some kids, and I was like trying to be mindful because you really don't realize the shit you listen to until you play it around a child, and you're like, oh fuck, this is some shit that no motherfucker should be fucking hearing.
No.
And I had a song that I thought was like in the clear, and then I was like doing something and not paying attention. And then the end is like, so let's make this fucking matter. Let's make this fucking matter. It's a Davey Dynamite song. It's very good. Listen to Davey Dynamite. And then, yeah, the little girl goes, he just said fucking. And it's like, come on, dude. We all heard it. I thought we could just get over it. Now you pointed it out.
We could just chill, man. Why you gotta be such a little fucking nerd?
Yeah. I'm like, you just don't fucking hear curse words anywhere. So when you do, you gotta point them out. That's fucking crazy. I can't imagine if when I was a kid, I
You
was
don't
like,
fucking point them out.
he
You're
said
fucking rude.
fucking. Yeah. My dad listened to like whatever the fuck. So I'm, yeah, shocked that I didn't repeat anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the moral.
I was listening to what was I listening to around the kid? Grove Street.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm not like an animal. I know songs that like I probably won't play, like "Child Support Me" or like certain.
I was just about to say that. I was like, I'm not gonna play Child Support Me around a kid or anything.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much.
What the fuck is this in my mail?
Well, that's what I realized too. Is some shit starts off like immediately. Like I have a 21 Savage song.
Yeah.
I think it might be Picky or something, and it just starts off with "bitch" like immediately, like the DJ shouting "bitch." Or like you'll listen to something and then you're kind of doing that thing where you're like scanning.
Bamba, 16-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. You do the thing where you're like scanning ahead in your mind, like what's coming up? No, I think we're good. And then even like the littlest things, like there was definitely a song I played that I was like, oh, there's like nothing in this, or maybe like minimal swears, which I think is fine. And then you're listening, and even when it's not swears, it's like shoot his brains out of his eyes and eat him in a pie, and you're like, oh my god, I don't know if they get that, but if
what
they
song
do,
are you listening to with those lyrics?
I don't know, but it's fucking hard as shit, right?
Yeah, it's so fucking hard. I would listen to that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for some reason, anytime someone's like, "Hey, give me an example of some lyrics," my brain just shuts off with all the lyrics that I have.
Suddenly you've never heard a song before in your life.
Yeah, all the lyrics that I have in my head, I'm like, oh, let me make up a exaggerated concept of that in my own head. I don't know. I'm a fucking moron. I'm losing my mind.
Here's a song
man.
I just made up. My blood runs cold. Yeah, my memory has
just been so. Yeah, my God damn it! I forgot about you. You're like my arch nemesis when you do that.
What, that song?
Just that noise. Remember, you used to do that noise a lot for like a month. That was one of your things that you had for a month.
Yeah, I can. You sound so hateful. That's not how the song's supposed to sound.
Well, that's what you got to. Your evolution of that was like normal, and then like exaggerated, and then eventually it was just like and that's when I was like losing my grasp.
I wish I remembered that.
You used to talk about how you'd be outside of my house doing it. It was like one of those things that we each have things, and then together we have things, and we only hold on to them for about a month, and we burn them like you wouldn't believe until neither of us
can't be
can
reminded
stand
of them.
And no one around us can even enjoy any aspect of it if they loved it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't even remember what I was going to say. I'm so worked. Oh, I was going to say that this quarantine has definitely upped my dad rock like 1,000%.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna have some. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. When we're at the cabin, we have like some of the sickest dad jams on the playlist.
Oh yeah, I made a playlist that's just called Some Fucking Jams, and it's just like Billy Joel, Tom Petty, 38 Special, Bad Company.
You gonna send me this playlist? How long were you gonna sit on this for before you told me about it?
I don't know, but I had to go to my bank, which my bank is annoyingly not near me actually, and it's a stupid thing. And so like it's typically a pain in the ass, but not being able to do anything, I took a 2-hour trip there and back. I just extended it, just cruising around with the windows down. I made this playlist moments before I departed. And just fucking windows down, sun in my hair, fucking Boys of Summer, Summer 69. Just fucking, it's full. It's so good. It was, there's a few, once you listen through once, I was like, okay, there's a couple things, like I could definitely trim some fat. Also realized like how many songs you think you know, but you only know the chorus or a piece of. But boy, is it a fucking banger playlist. It's like 2 hours.
No, I want to listen to Don Henley.
Yeah, I mean, it's on there. It's, yeah, I was just sitting in my backyard getting ready to go, and I was just like, because I'd listened to Billy Joel and Tom Petty and Hall & Oates that morning, And then I was like, why don't I have a playlist of these type of things? Because I'm always looking for these specific type of songs. I think you could say yacht
Mm-hmm.
rock, but I never know like
I know what you mean when you say that.
yeah, it's so hard to find like that exact thing. So I was like, I guess I should just make a playlist of the songs I want because there's some people like I don't know, there's some songs like I only need like 138 special song. I only need like, you know what I mean? Billy Joel, I need like 20. So it's never going to be like an even breakdown. So I just finally made the
Right, yeah. It's
decision.
always going to be Billy Joel's greatest hits with some other artist peppered.
Right. But yeah, this thing is fucking yeah, it definitely requires a nice sunny day, windows down, just driving cuz it's one of the few you can go drive now. I was just driving through the country, just fucking flooring it and listening to some jams. It was beautiful. Honestly, it was one of the highlights of this whole thing so far.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'll forward you the
It sounds
playlist.
nice.
I thought about sending it to you. I can't remember. We were talking that day, and then I was like, I should send this to him. But then I was like, maybe it's too good for him, you know?
Typical. Nigel is a centerfold.
All right, let's get into some submissions. We'll do the email first since it's always special when we get an email to dapperdadspodcast at
It is special.
gmail.com. So send us some emails. It can be whatever the fuck you want. It
We always
comes.
appreciate the emails.
This one comes from Beer Gut Barry, who is one of the
Good
few
old
people who
Barry.
does email us. The subject is checking in. And it says, just checking in with my favorite dads. Don't stress about the name too much. My full government name isn't too much of a secret. That would be because the last time he emailed us, we had the monitor, rest in peace. And his name might have shown up on the video. I think it technically didn't in the end, but he has his full government name on his email. And then his actual email account is his full government name, like a true hero.
Like a true goddamn man.
It also says I'm 18, by the way, so totally legal everywhere for all marry, fuck,
Oh, fuck
kills.
yeah.
So we can fuck Barry. It also has the winky face emoji. He said the podcast still.
Barely legal Barry.
I mean, yeah, technically, that's beautiful. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
use that way you can, because that does not last long. Barely legal is like literally just a year.
Yeah, it's like 1 year. I thought it was like a week. Moments. It's literal moments after they turn 18.
Technically, it is, yeah, very, very short, which that's what's always been funny to me when there's like a teen porn category because you're like, you only got 2 years and it's cutting it close. You know what I mean? To have a whole teen category feels inappropriate.
Yeah. For 2 years?
Yeah, just 18, 19. And that early 18 is sketchy.
So sketchy.
He also says the podcast still sounds good despite the distance. Aussie is pronounced like Ozzy Osbourne. So Aussie is apparently Ozzy.
Ozzy?
Ozzy. Then he said stay safe during this pandemic. Lots of love, Beer Gut Barry. P.S. Would love some music and or TV and movie recommendations to get through this quarantine. Starting 100 Humans tomorrow. Just wondering if you've watched anything else recently that you found to be really good. I've watched so much shit that I don't even know what to do with all of it.
Yeah, you recommended a really great movie to me that I watched called Coherence.
Oh yeah, that fucking thing. I don't know how that slipped past both of our radars, but that was one of the best movies I've watched recently. And I think I've watched.
Yeah, that was fucking incredible. Like, and I'm so glad. Go into it blind.
Yeah.
Like you said, don't even look it up or anything, because like just sitting there and watch, and it's like an hour and a half. It's not like it's a crazy long movie or anything, and it like gets to the point pretty quick.
Oh yeah, like
but like once you finally start. But like once you start figuring out what's actually going on with it, it's fucking beautiful. Like it's called Coherence. It's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's very interesting. One of the more interesting concepts I've seen in a while, and like done pretty well. Yeah, it's definitely like more of like a mindfuck movie, I guess. But yeah, I loved that. I feel like I've watched like 50 movies, and that's definitely one of the top ones. I can't even. This is the problem.
Watch The Lighthouse 50 times in a row, like I do.
Did you see that they're auctioning off that shit?
Oh, I saw that they're auctioning off 4 pieces from it altogether.
Yeah.
But the only 2 that have been revealed are the light itself, which God,
Yeah,
what
I
I
know.
can't imagine.
Yeah, I know.
Can you imagine me with that in my? I just have to put it on my. Where would I put it? It'd have to go on my roof, right?
Right.
Or do
I
I
don't
keep it in
know.
the basement?
Yeah, that's the thing I seen was, yeah, the
Do I
light.
risk getting it down the basement stairs?
Oh my God. I mean, how much do you think that's gonna go for?
Well, the May Queen dress from Midsummer is going for 7 grand,
Yeah,
and that
which
light was custom made for that movie. Like they literally had to find a company that still makes lighthouse ices and like chassis like that, and have them custom make it for the movie.
right. Which even 7,000 for the May Queen flower dress thing seems like lower than I thought, honestly.
Yeah.
But
So, I mean, I don't. I'd say for the light under 10, you would think.
I don't
But
know.
God, what about the shipping and handling on it?
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking. I feel like at least
Because what are they gonna
10.
do? Just stuff it with peanuts and wrap it in bubble wrap?
I honestly don't know. I'm yeah, very interested. I think you should throw your
What do
1200
you
at it, see what happens. You never know.
what do you do when you buy the light from the lighthouse, and it shows up and it's full of packing peanuts?
I don't know. It shows up and it's broken.
It's not even packing peanuts, peanut shells,
Yeah,
just peanuts.
I don't know. Just penises?
Penises, just like the
Severed
movie was implying the whole time.
severed dicks. Imagine you get anything
Ugh,
in the mail and it's packed with severed dicks.
dicks. How many are we talking? Okay, you order a T-shirt. Instead, a styrofoam pouch shows up with severed dicks. What do you do?
Eat them.
Oh, I hate that that's where your brain went after a long pause.
it's it's really all I had. There's not a funnier
Had to
option than
think
to eat.
about it. Had to think about it and marinate them and grill them.
Oh yeah, I mean that's probably the best way to eat it. Or like corn dog batter and fry it.
Or you could skewer it and like wrap them around like little pieces of meat on a skewer and make shish kebabs.
I don't want to have to touch it that much. I don't like the idea of wrapping a severed penis
You're
around
gonna eat
anything.
it. It's gonna be in your body and you're gonna turn it into poop.
I don't want to touch it, I said.
Your mouth is gonna touch it, and your
Yeah, I'm
lips
gonna
are gonna touch it.
Okay, not my lips, that would be gay. Just my teeth.
You're basically blowing this. You're basically blowing this dick without hands.
No, because it's severed and it's shrunken up for sure.
You can gussy it up how you want. You're still sucking a dick.
As long as I can gussy, I will gussy. Um, Barry watched Fargo, so I have someone to talk to about Fargo. It's much better than I imagined, and I had imagined it would be good. What the fuck else? Oh, before the 90 days, 90 Day Fiance, before the 90 days, season
Oh yeah,
4. It's possibly
extreme love.
the best television I've ever watched. No cap. Um, what movies have I watched? I've watched so many movies, I honestly can't even keep them straight. Like it's just been a blur of violent horror movies.
Hmm.
But they're good. Most of them are good. Some of them fucking suck. Honestly, I've had a few duds, and the worst thing is that um I thought having more time, like I'd still be able to like not spend as long trying to make decisions and also not feel so
Hmm.
bad when like I didn't absolutely love a movie. But I'm still the other day I spent 45 minutes looking for something and I have a list of movies to watch and I keep getting recommendations from people which I appreciate and I'm still accepting. And it still takes me like 40 minutes to fucking make up my mind because I'm afraid of watching a stinker.
Oh, greener grass. He should watch greener grass. That's what he should watch.
Oh yeah, that was recommended by Carly, friend of the show, and
Shout out Carly.
that was very good and crazy. That's yeah,
That
that
was wild.
if you like weird shit, then watch that. That's not like an open recommendation because I feel like some people would be like, God damn it.
It's basically like I thought of it like a giant Adult Swim movie is what it felt like a real weird like Tim and Eric kind of weird.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. I mean, it's definitely worth putting on because it gets straight to it, how weird it's going to be. And yeah, if you're not feeling the vibe of it after like 15 minutes, that's one I would probably suggest like bailing out of, because that's what it is.
Yeah, you're not gonna start vibing with it all of a sudden in the
No.
middle.
But yeah, I liked it a lot. I like weird for the sake of weird type things. Every once in a while, it's not like my favorite genre to watch exclusively. Just like my real fucked up movies. I tried to watch 6 movies that had captions in a row. You know how fucked up that
Oh
is?
man, how did you
6.
survive?
Like, and I'm working on stuff, so I like don't want to watch caption movies. I will get around to them eventually. That's what I say. There's one I specifically want to watch, but I did not know, and 6 back-to-back movies had captions. I almost blew my fucking brains out. Can you imagine 6 back-to-back
Why
movies?
did you force yourself through it?
Huh?
Why didn't you just pick different movies?
No, I didn't know any of them were. So I was picking different movies, and then each time I picked a different movie, it had fucking captions. It was fucking crazy. I started to feel like I wasn't even awake or alive. I don't know.
Like you were living in the fucking Twilight Zone.
Because you know sometimes how like weird things happen to me that are mild inconveniences and then get to a level that I feel like no one else deals with.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when I told you about the mic stands, when we got these mic stands and all the craziness that happened with that? That's what I feel like happens to me sometimes, is like just very weird little things, but watching six movies that all end up being in a foreign language and you don't know, and you just
that's God. That's just God fucking with you at that point.
I know, and I want to watch all of them, but now I'm like, I definitely don't have time to watch 6 movies and read the captions.
Films. Like, I got nothing but time right now, buddy, but I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, well, that's because like I'm busy like working on stuff during the day, and like when I'm watching all these movies, and then like when I'm not busy doing something else and I want to just watch something, I kind of don't want to watch movies anymore because I've just been watching movies. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, because after a while, a 24-hour movie stream does get annoying.
It's just especially if all you watch is horror movies. Like, it starts to get fucking weird, dude. Like, super
Well, they all start
weird.
to bleed together after a while, you know?
Yeah, and it's just screaming. You know how much of it is just screaming and, like, blood?
Just yelling.
And I love blood and screaming, but, like, yeah, eventually even me, I'm like, okay, this is kind of fucking up my brain, I think. I'm frying my brain with horror movies. What?
Like, eventually it's a bit too much.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'm still going to do it. And see what happens. But all right, let's see what else we got here in the old submission bin. Yeah, I'm just picking through it. That's what we do now, is blindfold ourselves and pick 2. First one comes from Mr. Guy. That is guy@netscape.net. It says, I was frocking a gander at some of the things we have lost in life, the important things, like that Taco Bell taco shell that was a piece of fried chicken. So can you talk about our fallen boys from the Taco Bell menu? I miss them goddamn Crunchwrap sliders. The cheesy beefy Fritos slider with sour cream and fire sauce is a fire combo. The fried chicken taco shell taco was amazing. And the quesalupa lost the battle. I can't tell you how many times I smoked in my dealer's garage and he would talk for way too long, but it didn't matter because I had weed and Taco Bell was 2 blocks away, and then I could cut down 2 alleys and across a park, and I'm home with 2 of those bad boys. Maybe more like 4, but who cares, lol. The quesalupa is everything the cheesy gordita crunch tries to be, but better in every way. Let's not forget the volcano menu either, with that amazing lava sauce. Anyways, hope this gets some good talking, and if not, then you can at least laugh at a sad man reminisce about when Taco Bell gave a shit and had some real winners on the menu. I know the breakfast crunch wrap, I almost said cunt wrap. The breakfast crunch wrap exists, and it's good, but I can't get them after 11 a.m., and they do not last long. The sliders can be reheated in a pan, no problem, just as good. All right, for now, for real now, goodbye. Take it easy, you cool cats and kittens. And Carol Haskins killed her husband.
Oh, she sure did.
All right, well, Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
The quesalupa was not as good as a cheesy gordita crunch, so I will say they're off the level with that. Cheesy gordita crunch is top tier Taco Bell food.
I don't think I ever had the quesalupa. I don't know the last time I had a cheesy gordita crunch. I do miss the fried chicken taco shell taco was fucking
That was delicious. Remember the chicken nachos? It was like the chicken chips.
Yeah, I was also going to say that all of their like fried chicken things they've teased us with, but I think the fried chicken taco for how much of a monstrosity it was so fucking
Was
good.
delicious.
Like
It was fucking fire.
it should not have been good at all, but it was
Especially if you
incredible.
were a real monster and you added beef to it just to make it a regular taco.
Yeah, that's a special type of monster, but
Hi.
yeah, I don't know why they do that. We've definitely talked about this before, I think, on the podcast, and we've talked about it in great, great, great lengths in person. But yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
constantly introduce
Take away
shit
the
to
good
you.
shit.
Yeah. Do they still have those roll up things? I feel like I like those a lot.
Oh, the rolled chicken tacos?
Yeah.
No, those are always they bring them back like once a year. It's like a temporary thing.
Yeah, I don't fucking understand the thought process behind this because I
The
would just
the
go and get
volcano
them.
menu, RIP volcano menu.
Yeah. I don't, they've done this forever. And it's like, as soon as you get into something, then they're like, fuck you.
It's because they want you to keep coming back. So then, like when they bring it, it's like the McRib. It's like when they bring it back, you go and you buy a bunch of it. And I'm a sucker for that because when they bring back the things I like at Taco Bell, I eat 3 times as much Taco Bell.
Yeah, but it's a valid point, and I do a similar thing. I don't think there's anything now besides probably that fucking fried chicken taco shell shit. But like, if they just had it all the time, I would probably go there more in general just to get the shit I want. Like, I don't fall for this
It's
trickery.
true.
I don't know. They have their marketing department.
Well, they just had this shit at the beginning of the year. It was like it was a double decker taco, and it was $1, and so it was like a soft shell, nacho cheese, hard shell, and then they had like different sauces in them, and they had this Reaper Ranch sauce, and I was only able to get it for like a week and a half, and then it was gone. Every time I tried to order it from every Taco Bell in town, it was fucking gone. And it was the one of the best sauces I've had at Taco Bell since like the volcano sauce. And they just fucking like teased me with it. They basically jerked me off in like 7 strokes and then like gave up and like walked away. It was the rudest thing in the entire world.
Yeah, for sure think we've talked about that ranch sauce before. I never had it, but that's how I feel about everything because I don't even go there that much. Every time I go, I'm like, I don't even know what there is. I just get a shredded chicken burrito and like nacho bel grande and maybe like I like they have a spicy like a $1 spicy potato taco and I feel like that's gonna be gone soon too because I love it and it's different.
The dollar spicy taco or whatever.
Yeah, but it's potato.
Yeah, that's been around forever though. I always get
Okay.
those.
I never know if I ever randomly get something. I feel like it's fucking gone. And I always like I feel like with things like the fried chicken taco shell and it's gone so quickly. I'm always like, what the fuck happened? Was there something wrong with it? Like, were we not supposed to be consuming that? Because I would believe it, and it feels weird when the
Because I
thing
was
you like
eating
is
so much of it.
yeah, or just like they're like, oh shit, we realize like the fried chicken is like super fucked up. We shouldn't be eating it. And you'd be like, yeah, of course, I shouldn't be eating this in general. This shouldn't exist. It's an abomination and an affront to God. But is it delicious? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's no other place that does this as much as Taco Bell.
I'm just trying to remember other Taco Bell items. I remember like when I was a kid, they had the enchiritos. They don't do those anymore.
Yeah, I feel like
Do you remember those?
I don't remember those. I feel like I don't really venture off too much, and I think it's because I'm afraid of being hurt, and I don't want to have this happen
Mm.
again. Because I literally just
It,
get the same shit all the time.
well, because I know they recently, like in the last couple of years, stopped doing the caramel apple empanadas. Remember those?
Yeah, I do remember the fuck out of those.
Those were fucking fire. I would get like 5 of those at once.
Yeah, those are super good. Damn it, I forgot those
Uh,
existed. Fuck.
God, there's like one other thing that's like fucking killing me. I'm trying to remember what it was. Well, there's the nacho fries. People freak out about those.
Yeah, I like those too, but yeah, I can't get
Oh,
attached.
they got rid of the Cool Ranch Dorito taco. They have just a regular nacho. They don't have the
Yeah.
hot one or Cool Ranch anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't yeah, I don't get it. I know, yeah, like you said, make it exclusive, get the people there, but then I feel like they don't bring a lot of the shit back ever.
Right, like some stuff, like what, like we're never gonna get the volcano menu back. I feel
No,
like
and
please bring it back.
it's weird because I feel like it like all this stuff was super successful. You know what I mean? Maybe like a
Hmm.
couple things, but like you're telling me all this shit just pops off because like I got like a ton of this shit. Usually if I go there and there's something new, I'll at least try it, but I know like it's just gonna be gone, so I can't love it. I
Yeah,
have to.
I'll try it, and if it's good, I'll go back and buy 5 or 6 of them because I like it and I want to remember it.
Yeah, I know they make us into fucking monsters.
Fuck
Just
you, Taco Bell.
yeah, just let us have it all the time. I don't get
At
it.
least they never got rid of Baja Blast.
I mean, I could give a fuck about that. I don't get to drink pop
Oh, I
anymore.
fucking love me some Baja Blast.
I honestly never even liked that. I'm just
That's like
a
the one pop I'll still drink. Like if I go to Taco Bell, I gotta get a Baja Blast.
I'm just a traditional do man.
I get it, but there's just something about that flavor that just complements the shit from Taco Bell so well.
I think that's just that you can't get it anywhere else. That's how I think exclusivity works. Because I feel like it's the same
Yeah,
as like McDonald's Sprite or like the high C that they had forever.
I hate this fucking submission because now I have to get Taco Bell tomorrow, and it fucking sucks.
I know. I also really want Taco Bell. I had it not that long ago. But yeah, my order isn't like it's not that fun anymore. Because yeah, I don't get anything like that crazy anymore. And they got rid of all the fun stuff. So
You got to make your own fun stuff in the app.
I won't do that ever. And I feel like it's
Mm.
never going to be made right for sure, even if I do.
They always make my shit right 100% of the time, and it's always fucking crazy because you know how I am with customizing food,
Yeah.
and it's always perfect.
Yeah.
And I am the bane of their existence.
Oh, I know that. And that's one of my problems with me doing it is I refuse to be that person. I also don't like bringing it apps into like food places and shit. I don't get it. It's so confusing to me.
Why? What's confusing about it? You just order the food that way. That way you don't have to deal with people.
Where do you pick it up at?
I mean, you can either go through the drive. I just go through the drive-through and I'm like, hey, I had an order. Here's my name, and they're like, cool, pull forward, and then they just hand it to me and I go.
Oh, I
No
was
paying. You pay online. All your shit's fine. They have you confirm it on the screen. Minimal people, minimal talking, maximum tacos.
oh, I might have to try it. I always assume that I'm going to be like, "Hey, I ordered it online," and they're going to be like, "What?" I feel like I get the stupidest people for everything, and then they ruin me.
Yeah, you get the people who can't get a fucking lemonade right at Wendy's.
I mean, you have no fucking clue. And the things I've been through at my local Taco Bell are shocking. One time,
In your town, I can't even imagine the things that have to happen at your Taco Bell.
I
They had
mean,
it's making my blood pressure go up thinking about what you have to go through.
it's fucking crazy. And then one time I went there, it was like a while back now, and I was like ordering, and then the guy said pull ahead, but in my head I had prepped him for him to ask me for the sauce, and I said fire. So it was like pull ahead, and I just said fire. Like that was my response to being able to pull forward. And then I was like,
Fire.
oh, I want to drive the fuck away and never come back because that's embarrassing to be like, fire. Pull ahead, fire. And then I didn't get
Fire.
fire
I'm gonna have
sauce either.
Taco Bell soon.
Yeah, I didn't get fire sauce either because then I for sure couldn't ask. And I was like, I hope he thinks that I said
Oh
that.
yeah.
It was just fucking bad news.
See, see, I'm blessed. The Taco Bell by my house is like it's perfect every time. Every time I go in there, it's clean. The staff is always really nice, and the food is always right and hot and perfect every time I go. I never have a problem there.
That is one of the best
Now,
Taco Bells.
the one by my work, I refuse to go into that one because that one always fucks up everything, and they are always terrible about everything. I went in there. I was really hungry on lunch like a month ago, And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I just really want some Taco Bell today. And so I drove over there because it's like a block or two away, and I ordered the triple lupa that they had. Did you see that thing?
I think so.
It was like three mini chalupas in one that like you ripped apart and stuff. And I had subbed the meat for beans like I always do. I didn't do anything crazy. And what they did was they just put the beans in the triple lupa shell with nothing else except lettuce, and then like rolled it up into a tube and then wrapped it in the thing and put it in there. And it was the most awful fucking thing I've ever had happen to me at a Taco Bell in my life. Because I got back to work with it and I just pulled out this like tube of chalupa shell with black beans and lettuce in it. And I was like, who did I hurt? And because like there's supposed to be sauce on it and like cheese and everything else. And I'm like, who did I fucking hurt at this Taco Bell that they had to do this to me?
I paid them to do that.
Oh, it's a fucking nightmare, and I hate that you did it.
You're welcome. All right, our other submission comes from Hugh Janus, and that's Uranus at nasa.gov. And it says, do you guys have any guilty pleasure music? Maybe that's not the phrase for it, but just music you used to listen to, and every so often you listen to it even if you don't really vibe with it as much as you used to. For me, every so often, I'll spend like a couple days or a week listening to Green Day, Blink-182, The Offspring, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, and just a few songs or so from 3 Days Grace, Jimmy Eat World, Three Doors Down, Rise Against, Alkaline Trio, Management, Modest Mouse, and a couple others I'm blanking on. You guys got any music like that?
I mean, for me, what it is usually like I'll get a song stuck in my head, and it'll cause me to go down this rabbit hole on Spotify of like, oh yeah, I used to listen to these guys too. I wonder if they've put anything out, and they have, and it's terrible. So I go back and I listen to the old albums, and it's good, But like I don't know. I'm kind of weird with music. I don't have like guilty pleasure music. I just listen to what I like, I just listen to what I listen to.
Right. I have the exact same thing in every way. I don't believe in guilty pleasure music, and I do the same thing where I go on a deep dive of the past, but I don't ever listen to the new stuff because I just know for like I don't think I've ever like went back to a band I used to like and found a new album that I was like super fond of. But I'll just go,
I'm not listening to the new Blink albums thinking they're any good,
No, yeah, I for some stuff I just don't even listen to it to still try to preserve some of the fond feelings for the past. Because sometimes you hear new shit and you're just like, man, what the you're tarnishing the legacy. Like you should just hang it up. Like no one's enjoying this. But yeah,
no, you're fucking this up, bud.
I feel like there's a lot of bands that I have like what this person's saying where like Rancid. I don't sit around and listen to Rancid. Definitely don't listen to new Rancid. And like when I do spend like a day or a couple of days where I'll be like, oh yeah, Rancid. I did it with the Casualties like a week ago. The thing I hate is then your fucking Spotify's like, oh, you fucking love Rancid and the Casualties. Why don't you listen to some Rancid and the Casualties, you little bitch? What are you, 14? Then you're like, yo, it was one day. Like, how do you not know I just went down like a weird wormhole for one day? Some nostalgia.
I know. I spent an afternoon listening to like the System of a Down songs that I liked, just like going through all the albums, picking out the ones that I enjoyed. And then for like a month afterwards, you listen to System of a Down, you'll love new metal workout, new metal nostalgia, and I'm just like, oh, no, I wanted an evening. If I listen to too much of this, I'm going to start regressing and it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I don't get why it does that. I also have a problem where like I don't know why there were so many bands in like a short window of my life, like when I was like 15, because I always say when I was 15, but like I cannot remember like enough of them, and when I do, I can't remember songs. Like there's a band, Major Accident. It's like a Clockwork Orange punk band, oi band. And I like randomly stumbled across them again, and I was like, God damn it, I had a burned CD, and I never knew any of the songs, but I knew it was like track number 15, but I think it was a compilation, not an actual album. So then I'm just going through all those songs, and I'm like, sometimes I feel like even if you did hear it, you might not even fucking remember what it was. But then somehow I managed to find the song. It's called Breakaway, and it's a song I fucking loved so much. And it just happened to click, and I happened to find it. And that's like one of the greatest feelings ever.
Yeah, that's one of those beautiful moments in life that like you can't recreate with any drug or high or experience or anything. Like that's just something that you can't recreate.
Right. And it's beautiful because, like, you felt like probably similar to that feeling when you first initially found it. And to be able to, like, over a decade later, like, re-find it because you can't fucking remember what it even was. Like, you don't remember anything about the fucking band. And then you finally find that one song and you're like, oh my God, I fucking love this one song by this very obscure band that no one fucking knows. And I finally fucking found it. Now I can love it again by myself because no one else will give a shit again. It's perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got a lot of shit like that. I don't know. Yeah, like we said, not so much like guilty pleasure, but like yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that like
You get in like the rabbit holes and like deep dives and stuff, but like yeah, I'm not sitting here, listening to Disturbed's The Sickness album on a weekly basis,
Yeah, me neither. Why? That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah, what the fuck?
But yeah, there's bands definitely like there's also bands I feel like my guilty pleasure is just bands that like I probably don't want to be seen in traffic with my windows down listening to. I guess that's as guilty pleasure. I'll still do it and I still like would tell everyone that I like that band, but yeah, there's ones where I'm like that's definitely not as public as some of my other interests maybe.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't want to be at the stoplight with my girl pop music playing and I'm singing along to every word, but it doesn't mean I feel bad about liking it.
Right. Yeah, I don't feel bad about liking it. Yeah, I just feel sometimes uncomfortable in certain scenarios. But yeah, even some of the bands that were listed, like Alkaline Trio, I fucking love Alkaline Trio and still listen to them a lot, pretty regularly. And Green Day, I just got Dookie on vinyl, Dookie colored vinyl. And it's fucking, that
Really?
album is incredible. Like, I bought it because I had forgotten. And then I did, yeah, one of these exact same wormholes where you're like, what's up with Green Day? And then you listen to fucking Dookie front to back and you're like, wow, this is definitely like one of like probably the best albums ever, honestly.
Like they used to actually be a good band.
Yeah, they've definitely like yeah, they're the perfect example of like not listening to Father of All or whatever the fuck it's called. Like
Father of all motherfuckers or whatever.
yeah, some horse shit. I'm like, I don't want like yeah, there's no thought in my head of another good Green Day project ever again. But that Dookie be hidden.
That Dookie slap different,
Yeah, but yeah, so there's stuff like that, and that's yeah, I bought that record, and that record is fucking super good still to this day. Like listening to it front to back, you're just like, this thing's crazy. But yeah, otherwise we hate everything, and it all sucks.
Yeah, otherwise I hate everything and everyone.
Uh-huh.